Hey, we're back with part 3 of our My Robotics journey with Michelle and Kathy. Michelle and Kathy, can you tell me, when you were approached about having a student participate in the Parade of Nations to represent Canada, how did that happen?
We got a magical email and it said that we can have one student represent our team.
Oh God, it was based on, winning an award or performance at a past event, or I don't remember the exact phrasing, but it's something along those lines. And that we could, have a student.
We made it. We felt that we made it because we can get a kid into the Parade of Nations. It's amazing to see that.
That was something we had talked about as being like, we've done tons of cool stuff.
Yeah.
We've got to be involved in so many things, but that one thing we had never
We didn't know how to get that. Yeah. And it just came to us, and we were excited that day.
Yeah.
So, what can you tell me about the student who was chosen to represent your team and Canada in the Parade of Nations?
Well, that student, Bijan, we got to give the name out. He is a student in Canada who has just moved here from Ukraine a few years ago. So he was the absolute no-brainer choice for us. He is a student who is very dedicated to robotics. It was something, again, in his homeland he didn't have access to. He's always liked coding and computers and that sort of thing. And this program gave him the ability to see that in action in robotics. So to see him come from a place, I don't know how to say it.
With a nation that's struggling right now and is not at peace, and being able to come here and find a place to be part of a community in Canada and thrive.
What are some of the challenges you faced while you were acclimating Bijan into the Canada Robotics program?
The most challenging part was getting him to Worlds, because his status in Canada meant he needed to not only get a visa to leave Canada and get back in, but he also needed a US visa. And the timeline was quite accelerated from the time we actually got that qualification until he needed to be crossing the border to compete.
Yeah.
So we were on the phone with the embassies, Canadian and American. The kind of coolest thing about it, yes, there was a ton of paperwork. There was a lot of stress. Everyone was stressed out. Is it going to come in time? Checking the mail every day, check your email. It was a lot of that.
Oh.
But even the members of the embassy, they were on his side. They were rooting for him. They're like, yes, we got to get that paperwork for you. You got to go to the World Championships. I love that the government officials were excited to go to the World Championship.
That's amazing.
That was an experience, honestly. Getting him his paperwork, getting everything organized, getting him a flight, getting him in the car and across the border. It was a very collaborative effort.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy there's no jinxing it now. And when everything's on your side, everything lined up, every person who was part of this process said, yes, let's make this happen.
The challenges of relocating from one country to another and finding your community is one thing, but being Ukraine is kind of a step up from that as well. So I'm so happy that he was able to find such an awesome community who loves him very clearly.
And thrive. He didn't just come and be a part of the team and part of the community. He thrived. He excelled. And the kids think he's the smartest coder ever, right? So he's helping the teams a lot this year, just with his mentorship and his knowledge. So he didn't just join, he excelled. So we're thrilled.
Absolutely. Beautiful.
Yeah.
If it's okay, can I talk to Bijan for a little bit?
Yeah.
Bajo, it's your time to shine.
Oh, dude. How's it going?
It's going great.
So, first off, my first question is, can you tell me where you're originally from and what it was like there?
I'm from Ukraine. I lived in the suburbs, very close to Kyiv, the capital. So it was a normal-sized, a town, kind of a village. I lived far from people in a forest with 2 neighbors. And then here, now that I'm here, the school is a lot more closer, and the community, especially the robotics community, is a big change, big positive change from what I had back in Ukraine.
what do you love about doing Vex?
What do I love about doing it? So, just learning the engineering stuff. It's like this whole summer, I just wake up, open my laptop, and just read. There's a lot of cool resources. I was mostly doing coding. There's so much. There's just so much, and every day I had a lot to learn.
That's so cool. I'm glad that it was something you could look forward to. It sounds like every morning waking up and reading about robotics. Oh my goodness.
The summer, it was the best summer of my life.
Oh
I
my
was just
goodness.
wake up, I know what to do exactly. I know what to read, what to do, and just every day it was a good summer.
Dude, you are awesome. That's one of the best things I've heard in a while. That's amazing. What was it like finding out that you were going to Vex Worlds?
It was really exciting. So I remember the exact moment. So it was two of my team members. We were in the same class. It was a computer science class. And then out of nowhere, Sipo runs into the class and tells us to come out, all three of us, and then yells at us like, look at the email, and it's qualified for Worlds. Yeah, it was very exciting.
Bijan, what dreams do you have for your future?
I want to invent something big.
Ooh.
Yeah, I want to do either space engineering or some kind of computer science kind of thing. Something big.
There's a whole world out there for you, and the path you're on right now and the energy that it sounds like you have for all of this stuff is going to lead you there. Space engineering, it's pretty solid. You keep looking into that, because that's going to take you somewhere.